Hello and welcome to my Wednesday. I'm quite excited today. I'm doing something for the first time that I've been wanting to do for, well, since Izzy started college. If you've been watching my channel for absolutely ages, you will know that I home educated for about 9 years, my one daughter, and she's 17 now, she's at college. So I was absolutely 100% involved with her education until she went to college, and now I know nothing about what's going on. And because of COVID, we haven't been able to go into the college, and I don't know if they have parents' evening anyway. At that age they probably don't, but there's been no contact. I made a couple of calls sort of just leading up to the GCSEs to try and find out where she was and where her weak areas were so I could support her with her study and all that, you know, but apart from that, nothing. But finally they are doing a performance later, so we've got tickets and we're gonna go. And in other news, a lot of my clothes are too small. It's this whole putting on weight thing when the sleeves go too short. I'm just wondering if I've put on weight somewhere and it's somehow transferred. I don't know, but pulling it up or something, I don't know. Anyway, loads of these tops like this now. I like them to be down to the bottom of my wrist. And another thing that's happened with a few of my t-shirts is they're quite high neck, but they've either shrunk or I've grown, and they've just got to the point where they're just pressing against my windpipe. It's so uncomfortable from the second I put them on. I just want to take them straight off. So I'm gonna have to go clothes shopping at some point, which I'm quite excited about because I like clothes shopping. It's not gonna be today though. I'm doing a weird thing here. I've got a cup on a cup just because I've left my tripod in the other room. I want it to be in shot. Oh, I put a bit too much milk in there. Is it gonna fall off? This is the question. I'm gonna hold on to it just in case. My dad and boyfriend are also going to the show later, so I am going to travel to my dad's place by public transport and then go with my dad in the car. And then later, Izzy is still staying with my dad, so I don't need to come back here, so I'm gonna go and stay at my boyfriend's for a couple of days. And then at the weekend, I'll be back here because I have a gig, yay, which I'm looking forward to. A nice, straightforward Kaylee gig, nothing to worry about. Oh, and I had some nice feedback from the workshop I did yesterday. The person that booked me said I was very professional and masterful in my delivery, something like that. And they would definitely book me again sometime, so yay! That all works out really well as part of my big master plan to become a digital nomad type person. To at least have the ability to be able to work entirely online and go and just relocate to other parts of the world temporarily, just to experience a new culture for a few months and then come back home again for a bit and then go and relocate somewhere else for a few months. I would love that. That would just be so interesting. I'd love to do that. Not there yet, but you know, stuff like that helps. I reckon I'm going to do a bit of kitchen cleaning now. There are lots of clean things to go away, and I probably don't need to film the dirty things pile. Every time I open this drawer to put things away, I am stunned by how decluttered it is from the other day. I've lost something in my kitchen. This just reminded me, I was just putting my baking tray away. There. I've got a non-stick silicone-y bendy sheet thing that goes on baking trays and is supposedly non-stick, and I've lost it. It's not anywhere. As far as I know, it has not been taken out of the house. And I've asked Izzy and she can't find it. She said she hasn't had it because I wondered if, you know, it might have had something to do with it, but no, apparently not. It's a complete mystery. I have ransacked the whole kitchen. I wanted to cut it in half because it's a bit unruly, to be honest, and it's difficult to wash up, and it's not non-stick. Things do stick to it. I'm not sure that it's any help at all, to be honest. I wonder if maybe I've used it on too high a temperature or something like that, but it's an oven sheet. It should be able to withstand it. Anyway, can't find it. I've been gradually accumulating a charity shop bag. Been accumulating a lot of paperwork on that table as well, but that's another story. I need to go through that. Ice cube trays are going in it. Various cupboardy items. Some clothing. Some hats that I just genuinely don't wear anymore. And also these that have come with candles in. They make perfectly good little glasses, but I don't need any more, so charity shopping those. There we are. The kitchen has levelled up from disgustorous to acceptable. I'm pleased with that. I'm going to get on the Trainline website now, plan my route later and time of departure, and work a schedule back from that. Back at my desk, I've taken this thing off, the keyboard cover. It came with the bumper case that I have this in. Somebody pointed it out in the comments the other day. They were like, I can't remember the exact words, something like, what is that monstrosity? I've been thinking about taking it off for ages. It's a waterproof cover, basically, and you can type through it, but it doesn't quite align properly. So when these are illuminated, like you see that letter's illuminated, it shines through somewhere else. It's not quite lining up. But the idea is, you know, if you chuck your coffee over it or something, or someone's on the train and they swerve and drop a whole pint of beer on it or something, it should be saved, theoretically. Well, actually, it probably wouldn't, because it'd probably still go in there, but, you know. But anyway, it's coming off. It's driving me mad. Feels horrible. And also, it's marked the screen. I don't think you can see it, but it has marked the screen, like when the light's shining on it in a certain way. You can see backwards versions of some of the letters. I can see a C there, and there's a backwards E somewhere. Very annoying. So that's going in there. I mean, maybe it might be useful if I'm editing next to a swimming pool in an exotic destination one day in my dreams. Right, I've sat here and I've made my plan. There are lots of things on the list, and probably it's too many things to try and do today, but I've planned my departure time, so I know what time I'm going. I think I've got roughly 4 hours or something like that before I go. There are 3 things I definitely want to do, and this is the order I'm going to do them. Number 1, I need to ring up and reorganise the location of Izzy's booster jab, because for some reason they've arranged it for miles and miles and miles away. I'm sure there's somewhere closer we could go, so I'm going to try my luck with that. It worked perfectly last time. They just rescheduled it for a local venue. So that's number 1. Number 2, I'm going to practice my flute for an hour. I am working on some repertoire that my boyfriend's given me to play at Kaylee's and also in sessions and things, but more importantly Kaylee's, so it is for work. I made a very good start on those, but I forget them again, you see, so I have to keep going over and over them because, you know, I might have known them 2 weeks ago, but I don't know them that well now. They're fading away in the old memory. So I'm doing my spaced repetition thing for that. And number 3, clean the bathroom. I've been putting it off for ages. It is screaming at me to be done, so that's number 3. Right, but get on the phone then.
If you wish to hear the following information in Welsh, please press 1 or press 2 for English.
The vaccine advice line provides support and advice with any questions you may have.
Could be here a while. It would appear that we do not have the same number of options for locations for getting the booster jab anymore. We're going to have the far away one, but it's okay. I've just looked it up on Google Maps with the directions set to public transport, and it's not too bad actually. Not as bad as I thought. What was next on my list? Flute, wasn't it? Flute and then bathroom. I'll do bathroom after lunch. Flute before lunch. And if I don't get anything else done, that's okay. I deserve an easier day. Definitely. Of course, I haven't actually tidied up things after last night, but I've been thinking I want to move that table so it kind of goes across over the top of that fridge thing there. I want a standing desk because I quite often when I'm practicing, I just want to make notes quickly, and it's really awkward to write with the pen sort of horizontal on the music stand because the ink doesn't, you know, you need a bit of gravity really. That's a bit low, and that's been all the way over there, and then I've kind of lost my flow and momentum by the time I've gone back to playing it again because I just want to go scribble, 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 get back to playing again. It's like sliding puzzles. Quite nice having a bit of a change around, to be honest. Feels a bit kind of refreshing. Ooh, it's always something. Oh, dragging the bin across the floor again. Oh, there we are. I don't really generally need a chair down here, to be honest. I did yesterday for the first time ever. I shall finish tidying up a bit and moving things around a bit more, and then I'll crack on with my practice. An hour later, I am finished. What I'm actually practicing for is a gig the following weekend, not this immediate one coming. I'm going to practice for that tomorrow because it's something very simple I've just got to work out, and I can do that tomorrow. But this one is like, do a bit every day kind of thing until the gig. There's so much you've got to remember when you're a musician. You have to memorise a lot of tunes. Well, the sort of musician that I am anyway, because we don't generally read off the page on stage usually. Sometimes do if I'm just stepping, but I forget it again, you know. It's like, you know what it's like with learning stuff, you remember it for a bit and then you start to forget it again, so you have to revisit it again quick before you've completely forgotten it and top the memory up and then come back to it again and again, you know, because the memory keeps sliding off again. But the more times you do it, the more it gets consolidated. Anyway, I'm hungry, and you know what? Playing in the cellar has its disadvantages for me because I store food down here, and I've been seeing Bombay mix whilst playing the flute hungry, and it's been making me a bit mouth-watery, which doesn't help much when you're trying to play notes. I fancied a bit of gluten-free pasta just because I like it. I don't need gluten-free. And this is what I'm going to make my lunch out of very quickly. Just fry it all up in the pan and then chuck the pasta in, stir it, and Bob's your uncle, hopefully. There's a most heavenly waft coming up from where I just sprinkled that basil on. I'll add the mozzarella once it's all cooked and stirred in together with the pasta and that. I'm not worried about making myself too much because I think I might need to have Scooby snacks out with me, so I can just, you know, put it in a Tupperware container or something, and I'll take a plastic fork, and then if I get hungry I can tuck in. I was wondering the other day if the birds would like the sunflower seeds. The answer is yes, they apparently did. They have emptied that almost. Mind you, quite a lot of them on the floor. I'm just doing a lazy top up because I'm going away for a couple of days. This is proving a little bit difficult to serve up because it's a bit stringy, but it looks nice. There's not going to be much left actually by the time I've had a bowl full. Oh my word. I don't think I get a lot of points for presentation skills. I've eaten that. I've put the rest in there to eat at my dad's. I'm going to have a cup of tea with my dad at his place before setting off to Izzy's college later. I'm running the dishwasher. Got that soaking in the sink to do before I leave. And I'm going to give the overdue for a clean bathroom a clean now. Look at the clutter on there. I'm not a fan of this job, I've got to be honest with you, but I've told myself that as soon as I've done it, I can spend the rest of the time, apart from washing up, the rest of the time editing and drinking coffee before leaving to get the train. So hopefully that will motivate me to get it done really quickly. I'm just using washing up liquid as usual. That's my favourite bath and sink cleaning detergent, that is. Gets the grease off, lovely. Makes them all sparkly clean again. That's looking better. We still have the Christmas rubber duckies out, not quite sure why. Now for this lot. Oh, we're getting there. I'm onto the loo now. Don't worry, I won't point the camera down my loo. That's good enough for me. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better. And I'm quite happy to have it as it is. Do you know what? I still haven't paid the plumber for fixing that toilet. I asked him to invoice me and he just hasn't. I should have probably just said, how much do I owe you? Maybe it would have been easier for him, I don't know. Anyway, they're supposed to be coming and giving me a quote on redoing the floor as well, and they just haven't. I haven't chased them. And I've said I'm going to have a thermostatic shower mounted on that wall there so that there can be like a big curtain rail and we can stand in the bath and have showers, but I just haven't got around to nagging them. I mean, they know about it, but I just guess they're overwhelmed with other work. And I've been so busy, I haven't been on their cases. I'll tell you what's also getting urgent is me fixing the mortar that came off my chimney in the storm, because more is coming off. I keep going out and finding more bits in the yard. Anyway, I'm gonna make a coffee and do some editing. Yay, my favourite. Where's my jumper on the floor? I worked up a sweat doing all that bending over and, oops, scrubbing the bathtub. Just dropped the jumper off in my bedroom. I've still got an hour and a quarter before I have to leave. Goodie. That's finished. Thank you, kitchen helper. I love this dishwasher. I love it. I should have bought one years ago. I also love that I haven't got bend down. I mean, it's not that I've got to that point in my life yet where bending down is going to become really inconvenient, but it's just so convenient. It's just there. I think it's better than a normal one, and you don't have to wait for ages for it to fill up, because a small family obviously fills up in no time. Run it and then you've got your stuff cleaned again. I'm going to put a coffee pot on and wash up these pots and pans while that is bubbling away. Oh yes, I'm on a roll. Done the washing up, made the coffee, and even sorted the bins out. I haven't got that long to sit and edit, but I've got 40 minutes or something like that. Then I need to stop and pack my bags, obviously not coming home for a couple of days. I've been editing on the train again. It is raining out there. Luckily I packed an umbrella. I'm just having a sneaky cheese and onion slice that I bought from the corner shop at Dad's. And Dad's made me a lovely cup of tea. It's 10:05 at night now. I put the camera away for all Izzy's college stuff, but it was really lovely to go and watch a show by them all and put faces to the names, because I've heard a lot about her college friends and I've seen them in sort of photos that she showed me and stuff, so it's nice to go like, ah, that's that one, and ah, that's that one, and yeah, really cool. It went really well. My dad enjoyed it, my boyfriend enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it, and I think everybody else in the theatre enjoyed it as well. So really good night. Anyway, it's nearly bedtime. I'm gonna end the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Could you please give it a like if you liked it, subscribe for more vlogs like these, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.